Go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. How to kill Biafra and Oduduwa Republics by Uzuma Ahamafule. How to kill Biafra and Oduduwa Republics by Uzuma Ahamafule. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. In the history of mankind, facts have been repeatedly documented without any contradiction from century to century and country to country that there has never been peace in any institution or union where there is no equity and justice. Events have equally continued to emphasize that no amount of force or brutality has ever defeated or silenced truth permanently. In a nutshell, let us retrospectively remember Major Isaac Jaspala Dakaboro. He was an Ijaw in today's Bayelsa State. He was the minority rights activist who led a protest against oil and gas exploitation in Niger Delta and later declared Niger Delta Republic in February 1966. He was consequently arrested, charged for treason and imprisoned, but was smartly released shortly before the Nigeria-Biafra War began because of the way he and his disciples had been suppressed and crushed to submission. Numerous years after, many perhaps thought that idea of protesting against oil exploitation and environmental neglect in Niger Delta died on that day. Boro was pardoned and released from prison to join the Nigerian army. But Ken Saro-Wiwa sprang up and proved such permutation wrong. Remember Ken Saro-Wiwa? He was the environmental activist who was, amongst other 8 Ogoni people, executed by hanging under the brutal military rule of General Sani Abacha. Why? Saro-Wiwa was a very strong recognized voice internationally against oil exploitation, environmental damages, and pollution in Ogoni land by Shell. He was equally very vocal against the military dictatorship of Abacha. In 1994, he was accused of murdering 4 prominent Ogoni chiefs and was arrested. Many people, locally and internationally, showed their solidarity while he was in detention as they saw the charges against him as trumped-up charges. His trial was by special military tribunal, and he was found guilty and was executed by hanging on 10/11/1995. More than 50 years after the Nigerian-Biafra War, under General Yakubu Gowon and Colonel Odimegu Ojukwu ended, Nnamdi Kanu is today facing charges of treason for still wanting to have the same Biafra. Therefore, the reality is that brutality and force cannot conquer truth and suppress justice forever. If it had been so, Sarowiwa would not have tried what led to his execution. Knowing what had befallen Boro, neither would Kanu have tried to reawaken the conscience of the people and reenact the spirit of Biafra, knowing the consequences and what Ojukwu faced. Or Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, would not have declared Oduduwa Republic, knowing that it was a felony offense. Subsequently, the statistical consequences are that if we make the same mistakes made in the past by not justly dealing with those contentious issues, which led to the second protest against oil and gas exploitation and environmental pollution in Ogoniland by Sarowiwa, almost 30 years after Boro's protest and declaration of Niger Delta Republic and the Resolute by Nnamdi Kanu, to have Biafra after the first declaration by Ojukwu 65 years ago. We are likely to live and witness another Sarowiwa, and perhaps many more Kanu'S and Igbos in the future. Conflicts are inexorable by human nature, but what makes the end result to vary from individual to individual and from nation to nation in attaining reconciliations are the courage and the sincerity exhibited against all odds while engaging in genuine discussions. In pursuant to peace and solutions to disputes, wisdom and maturity must be paramount, and sacrifices, where the spirit of give and take is absolute, are inevitable. Historical records around the globe unambiguously show that amicable settlements have never been achieved anywhere through guns and bombs, but rather via negotiations and resolutions from roundtable discussions. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about.